you guys a question. So you guys all know, you guys are all well aware of the challenge I issued to one Jason Black. Jason Black, the quote-unquote Black Authority, right? He seems to have he's got a lot of he's got a lot of fans. His fans are they're hardcore, man. Like they're ride or die, which is fine, you know. I've got those kinds of fans too, but you have to really know who and what you're dealing with. Now, I'm not without my flaws. You guys know that I have a long criminal history. I've been arrested a bunch of times, multiple time convicted.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. That particular clip comes from Donovan Sharp, and the name of this video is called "Does Jason Black Live with His Mother?" I think for full reference, what I'll do now is play the entire clip that I'm concerned with, and then I'm going to come back.
You guys a question. So you guys all know, you guys are all well aware of the challenge I issued to one Jason Black. Jason Black, the quote-unquote Black Authority, right? He seems to have he's got a lot of fans. His fans are they're hardcore, man. Like they're ride or die, which is fine, you know. I've got those kinds of fans too, but you have to really know who and what you're dealing with. Now, I'm not without my flaws. You guys know that I have a long criminal history. I've been arrested a bunch of times, multiple time convicted felon. I was dishonest about Devin's age. I shaved 5 years off of her age. That came out. Hey, it is what it is. When it really comes down to it, I didn't really have to. I could have just changed her birth date rather than the year. It is what it is. At this point, Devin looks so good. People realize she looks so good. They don't give a shit how old she is. They really don't. And the ones that pretend to give a shit about how old she is are the ones that want to fuck her the most. So it is what it is. I want to ask you guys something about Jason Black. Does Jason Black live with his mother? Does Jason Black live with his mother? Look, maybe this guy, look, let's just go ahead and get into this here. So here's what I have on one Jason Black, aka I guess his name is Jeremy L. Smith. Jeremy Lloyd Smith, 47 years old. And guys, I'm not trying to dox this person. I'm not trying to damage him. I'm not trying to dox him. I'm not trying to damage him. So other than his name, all proprietary information, and then of course his age, is going to be blocked out. It's going to be blocked out. I'm doing this in good faith because I really want to know who this dude is. And I'm not trying to be cruel or tell people where he lives, right? I'm not trying to do anything like that to him. I just want to look at a few things. So let's just quickly go through this. Jeremy L. Smith, 47-year-old male. And if you guys know where he lives, please don't put it in the chat. So it says Jeremy L. Smith, 47-year-old male. The first three letters in his address is 162. Okay, all right. He's got a full address. I know exactly where it is. And this area here I blurred out because, you know, you eagle eyes, I know you guys are gonna want to know where he. I don't give a shit where he lives. I don't really care. But I'm going somewhere with this. Just stay with me. So the quick facts here on Jeremy L. Smith. Looks like he's 47 years old, so you know he's right around my age. There's his address again, 162. Okay, those are the first three digits of his address. And this right here, again, I've blocked it out because I'm not trying to dox anybody. Because heaven knows, the last person that needs to be doxxed is Jason Black, right? I'm not trying to damage the man, right? I just don't respect him. I think he's a joke, and we're about to find out.
Now, I want to have a serious discussion, and you guys know I don't have any sympathy for Donovan Sharp, and it's likewise. That's one thing that we can agree on, is that we do not like each other. for the sake of this argument, Donovan, you are not on trial here. You've mentioned about some of your personal issues you've had, arrests that you've had. You yourself have been doxxed. And people have come after your girlfriend, and I'm not dealing with any of that. That is not the discussion here. Okay? What you did prior, who you are prior, who you're with, that's not what's on trial here. And you're going after Jason Black or whoever you think that this person is, which we don't know. He's never publicly come out and said that this is him, and he doesn't care, I would assume. He's not on trial either. And this whole thing is, I'm not trying to dox some, I'm not trying to, yes you are, right? This is actually very feminine and weak behavior. I mean, you're a guy that's talking about masculine excellence, and because you can't deal with the guy's argument, let's ask if we can live with his mother. If he lives with his mother, what does that have to do with Jason Black's idea? And the one thing that you gotta love about brother Jason Black is he deals with the concept of why just Pearly Things is making the mistakes that she's making. Is she making racially motivated decisions that prove that she doesn't like black people? Did she behave in a way, or does she have proclivities? And is that conjecture paramount to his argument? The answer is yes, in my honest opinion. But because you don't have in my honest opinion, the ability to go toe-to-toe with the man based on those facts, now what we're talking about is let's dox the guy, or let's dox who we believe that this man is, which has nothing to do with what he's talking about. And to be fair, who you are or who you were or whatever mistakes you're making, or your girlfriend or your wife, and I don't really understand why people come from, for the most part, Devin's not on trial here. Donovan Sharp is not on trial here. What is on trial, the concept, Donovan, is has Just Pearly Things in the last 2 months shown evidence that is disrespectful, anti-black, or should we say the racist behavior towards blacks or Africans? That's what we are dealing with. Are we dealing with the fact that she laughed at a man's cancer? Because that is what he's dealing with. Do you notice that that Jason Black, he doesn't try to go and find any kind of personal information on Just Pearly Things. He's not trying to put her name out there. And you're saying this because you cannot intelligently respond. And this is what guys teach in the so-called red pill community. Well, you know what? What we need to do is, women are illogical and they can't respond to arguments. And then how do you respond in kind to the positions that he's talking about? Well, you don't like the guy, so let's go ahead and throw this particular baggage at the guy. Now, if you were having let's say a beef like me and you've had in the past, I could understand that happening. But he's not dealing with a beef with you, for the most part. He's dealing with a concept. We are not here because of Donovan Sharp's behavior in the past, or before March or April, really, 2023. We're not dealing with that. We are also not dealing with who Jason Black lives with, who he's married to, what KFC or Popeye's chicken he frequents, if he's from Louisiana or not. I'm not dealing with that behavior. That has nothing to do with the position. Jason Black nor you made the statements that we're talking about the last 2 months. It was Just Pearly Things. So why can't you address him based on those concerns? And this is exactly what happens when you just can't do that. And one of the things that Donovan prides himself, if you really want to be honest, Donovan feels he is somewhat of an intellectual. He feels that because he has a strong use of the English language and his ability to speak, articulate himself in positions, that makes him intelligent. But having the strong use of the English language, but you're not able to critically think and assess what people are talking about, it doesn't mean anything. There are a lot of guys who are talking about words and they can put them in phrases, but they don't understand concepts. Some people read and don't understand what they are reading. Poor comprehension is the name of the day, Donovan. See, intellect or intelligence means that you understand concepts. You can explain concepts, and it doesn't really matter how strong your verbiage is or your strong command of any language. But if you cannot express yourself in such a way that is paramount to the discussion, how can you consider yourself to be intellectually sound? That's what we are dealing with. Here we're dealing with concepts, not who somebody is living with. And this is what people want to do. People love to sound smart on the internet, but they miss the entire position that somebody is trying to deal with. So once we cannot deal with the position, let's go ahead and find out, okay, this person did this person did that. Oh, so let's try to discredit this particular individual because of X, Y, and Z. Because this person is talking about somebody that is white, that I like. Let me defend this person for whatever my personal bias is. And before I do that, let me just go ahead on and confirm how many problems I've had in the past, which really he didn't need to do because that was nothing about it. He should have addressed his positions, which you can. I personally believe Jason Black will smoke you in a debate. I know that for a fact because you have no ability to think like that. The guy is much more intelligent than you are. So once you can't compete intellectually with somebody, we have to start throwing shots. And you know me, I've thrown many towards you in the past, but today, we're not dealing with that. We've thrown them at each other. What we're dealing with is a concept. I'm dealing with a concept here. Why are we here in the first place? Sharp. And again, it's weak to be trying to dox folks. That's terrible. You should be ashamed of yourself, bro. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.